Hello everyone, I've counted the votes and the card you wanted me to talk about most is Ragnaros Lightlord. Let's begin, shall we? Ragnaros Lightlord is the alternate counterpart to Ragnaros the Firelord, where one deals 8 damage at the end of your turn and murders insects in the most explosive way. The other has embraced the light and instead will heal a damage-friendly character for 8 health at the end of your turn. The card was added with the Whispers of the Old Gods edition, which plays with the idea of a reality in which all 4 old gods have awoken and been unleashed upon the world. They've reclaimed dominance, and the designers, they wanted to flip a lot of characters from good to evil in this expansion. Imagine a world of Azeroth in which the minions of the Void, those aimed at manipulating, corrupting and destroying, these creatures have taken over and the Whispers are now flooding your mind. Their followers are out in force, and those you once called your allies, they've been polluted and corrupted, working for the darkness. That's the idea that they had when it came to good guys turn bad, but in the case of Ragnaros, he was already more than willing to work together with the old gods. In the early days of Azeroth, the days of the Black Empire, the elemental lords were enslaved by the old gods and were pitched against the titanic forces who had come to cleanse the planet. They were unable to claim victory over the Titan forces, and the Titan Keepers decided to imprison them since the elements that they embodied, they could not simply be destroyed. 4 elemental planes were created, with Ragnaros and most of his elemental forces sent to the Firelands. Now fast forward a few millennia, and we find the Dark Iron Dwarves accidentally summoning the Firelord back to the realm of Azeroth within Blackrock Mountain. The dwarves were then enslaved, heroes formed raids and ventured forth into the Molten Core to banish the Firelord back to its realm. With the Cataclysm, we saw the Black Dragon aspect Deathwing working together with the old god N'Zoth, planning to bring about the Hour of Twilight, the moment where the old gods will break out of the prisons and rule the world once more. Very similar as the scenario that they actually used for the Whispers of the Old Gods. They were even able to recruit Alakir the Windlord and Ragnaros to their cause, to which heroes once again were forced to take action, and this time they ventured into Firelands itself to once and for all end Ragnaros' reign. The element of fire cannot be eternally vanquished, it is part of life as we know it, and a new Firelord is risen, but for Ragnaros, he is completely gone.
No! This was to be my hour of triumph!
It is finished, then.
So the main universe Ragnaros, he had no trouble allying himself with the old gods, so they decided for this Hearthstone adventure to flip him from kind of evil to good, to uncorrupted, to the holy light. Why the light, you might ask? Well, that's because paladins in general, they're the one bastion of hope in Whispers of the Old Gods, with many of the card themes around standing against the coming darkness. Ragnaros Lightlord, he is part of those willing to fight, which is why he embraced the light. Now I remember when they announced this card that a lot of people were wondering, like, how does this fit into the actual lore? How can an elemental lord of fire suddenly turn to the light? To which Ben Brode, he went to Twitter and he responded to the feedback. Whispers of the Old Gods, if not all of Hearthstone, is definitely a what-if take on the Warcraft lore and is not considered to be canon. I personally really like how they take concepts from the lore that we're so familiar with and just play around with it. Just look at what they did with Karazhan in the One Night at Karazhan set. That's not to say that some ideas and concepts from Hearthstone can't be implemented within Warcraft itself. Just look at Morgul the Oracle, for example, or Sir Finley, or the Light Spawns that are now in the Priest Order Hall. They have made their way into Warcraft, and who knows, perhaps one day in an alternate reality far, far away, we will also find Holy Dreadlords and Holy Lightlords working together in the army of light to stand against the darkness. Who knows? But for now, that's where we'll end the story of Ragnaros Lightlord.
Die, insect!
As always, I'll leave it up to you guys and girls to decide what card we're going to talk about next, so leave your suggestions in the comments down below, and who knows, your card might be used in the next video. Subscribe if you like my videos, leave a like if you enjoyed this one, and on to the next one, guys. See ya!